Okay, so like I said, my name is Ashley Gibson, and I'm really excited to talk to you guys tonight because my friend Tracy asked me to a call like this back when it was on telephone 7 years ago, and I took her PIO class at the gym, and she like asked me in person, and I at the time was not someone who could say no to anyone, so I just like felt bad if I didn't say sure, and the whole time I decided to listen into the phone call, I had predetermined that I was going to just find every reason why this wasn't for me. Like I was going to listen, and I was going to come up with a rock solid reason that this was not for me. And then 30 minutes into the call, I was like, holy crap, I can do that. And so kind of the rest is history. I'll tell you a little bit more about my story, but definitely feel free, use the chat if you have any questions, and just like listen with an open mind. Tonight's call is going to be more about why coaching is important and why this might be for you. We have other trainings later on to go into like the details of what exactly coaches do every day. But tonight is really just, why I love this. I'm not going to try and convince you to do anything. I'm just going to share the opportunity. And if you see something valuable that's there, hopefully it's something you'll consider. Okay, so just those of you who are on right now, can you just nod if you can see these slides? Just give me a nod. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to put this in present mode and we'll get rolling. All right, so we are doing a Team Rockstar Fit call. What's really cool about our team is that Team Rockstar Fit, if you like football, is sort of like the AFC or the NFC. It's a really big team full of really amazing people, and every leader gets to kind of, own their own team, like we are Seahawks fans, but while still participating with the larger team. So I have a team called the Grit and Grace Tribe. My upline, Tracy Granada, has a team called Team Empower. Sarah here has a team called Team Fireflies, but we're all part of Team Rockstar Fit. So if you see the name Team Rockstar Fit and you're like, hey, I thought my coach was on a different team, we are all on the same team, the same like big team, Team Rockstar Fit, and then we all also have individual teams as well, which is something you have the opportunity to do should you choose to really dig in and lead with this. Okay, so I just need to mute the line. Hold on. I am a military spouse. My husband is coming up on 19 years in the Marine Corps, so really close to being able to retire. When I first had discovered coaching, I only had the older two boys there on the sides of the baby. And I was a young mom trying to finish my bachelor's degree. My kids were under 2. And I just remember not like knowing I was going to finish my degree, but not wanting to do what I was getting my degree in. I wanted to be able to be with my kids. It was like outside of, I couldn't just imagine dropping them off every day at daycare because my heart really was at home. So tonight in my story, you're going to hear about what being consistent over a long period of time can accomplish. Like, I'm not the coach who has her name in shining lights or huge recognition, but I am a coach who's been extremely consistent and just decided to stick with this. And because of that, I've earned, 6 figures twice in my business on the way to 3 times. So to earn nearly $300,000 in the course of the last 6 to 7 years while being mostly mom has been pretty incredible. It's not like the story of I became a millionaire overnight. This isn't a get rich quick thing, but I have become, really financially solid, which is fun for our family. But more than that, I've been able to be with my kids, which is what I always desired most. So who should join? Women who believe in self-care. And by self-care, I don't mean like you have a glass of wine and watch your favorite Netflix show. I mean, deep down, you really want to have a lifestyle where you steward both your inner person and then of course your physical body too. So that looks like personal development and, getting out of toxic, maybe friendships or just situations, finding ways that to improve your life beyond just what most people tend to do. Like, I hate the word self-care because it gets thrown around so loosely now. It seems like people will talk about it like going to the grocery store without your kids, or watching Netflix or taking a bath. But self-care really is, who is the best version of me and what can I start doing to show up as that person? So you might not be there yet, but if you feel like you've been stuck in a rut where you're like, this is not the best version of myself, I can honestly say because of coaching, I feel like in general, I'm just a more joyful person who is resilient even when the year sucks like 2020 did, and it's because of coaching. So also, if you crave positivity, this is the most positive community I've ever been a part of. There is no day where I don't engage with either my team or our coaching page or our challenge groups and just not come away from it feeling amazing. Like, you can be in kind of a down mood, and the second you're engaging with the women you work with or the team you're on, you feel so much better. Everyone is happy. Everyone is glass half full. And that's really something that I know a lot of people are missing in their home or personal lives. And they find that in the team. If you desire extra income, of course, Team Beachbody doesn't guarantee, a certain level of income, but what I have found and what most coaches find is your income matches your work ethic. So if you do the work, you will get paid. And when I started coaching, I really just wanted to make enough money to buy new sheets. Like, my husband and I, we got married very young, always had crappy Walmart sheets. I really wanted like $200 sheets. I just thought that was what adults had. And I remember one day I was making our bed with the same old sheets, but realized that week I had made enough money to pay our entire mortgage in a week. So this really does change lives, and it's certainly changed my life because my work ethic was that I'm going to do this, I'm going to be consistent and persistent, and I'm going to give it my all in the pockets of time I have around my kids. And then women who like to help others. If you are a people person, this job is for you. If you're not a people person, we have a lot of introverts who are highly successful in this business just because it allows you to kind of reach out and grow yourself. So being around others is like everything, especially like 2020 really highlighted that. Having solid relationships is a huge part of this business. So we do wear lots of hats. Wait, I need to mute a moment. I don't know where it is. We do wear lots of hats. People coach for all different reasons. Not everybody wants to be a coach like me, who's really building a business. Not everybody wants to, replace their income. Some people just want extra accountability. Some people are hairstylists or social workers. Kristen right here with the glasses, she works like 12-hour days right now. She works for a lab on the data side, like protecting lab data. They're a COVID testing lab. So she is swamped. She does not do Beachbody because she needs the extra income. The extra income's nice. But what she said to me the other night is she loves it because it's just a cathartic escape from her day job. It's something positive, like a great hobby where she's engaging with people and having this, amazing atmosphere to plug into. So why should you join? Okay, first and foremost, definitely for your personal health. So prior to becoming a coach, I was 40 pounds overweight. I lost that weight and have had 2 healthy pregnancies and been confident and happy in my body, with the exception of like the postpartum period, ever since. And it's because I'm a coach. Had I not had this community, had I not had the team and the support and just knowing the tools were there, I think I would have fallen off the wagon or yo-yoed hard like I did all through my teen years and early 20s. But coaching has helped my personal health journey be consistent. And it's also trickled down to my kids. Like, they're not raised in a home like I was, where you just grab Funyuns from the pantry or eat ice cream or don't really have a concept of nutrition. They like healthy food. They understand balance. They see fitness as a part of daily life. Like if they think, if I don't work out, they think it's weird. It's like skipping brushing your teeth. So for me, modeling that to my kids has been a huge, trickle down effect of being consistent in my own journey. This before and after on the left is me when I did a program called 80 Day Obsession, which is Autumn Calabrese. She has 9-week Control Freak coming out soon. This is my sponsor, Tracy Granada, who has really overhauled a lot of her fitness with one of our nutrition programs, To Be Mindset. And this is my friend Christian. We are both doing a nutrition program right now together. Christian is down over 57 pounds now since starting Beachbody. And she really didn't like dig in and put her pedal on the gas until this past January. So, and like, she's got abs and she's got more than that, a lot more confidence and joy. And I just love how I see her show up. She used to be, so I've known her for a while, and she like would never get on Instagram stories or really show herself. And so for me, seeing her talking to her story or showing her workouts or just being this exuberant, confident, positive wife is the whole reason I love what we do. You really do change people, how they perceive themselves, and then how they show up in the world, which is incredible to be a part of. We kind of talked about the positivity of our team. We really do support each other. We don't compete, we celebrate. We read a lot of positive books. We have book clubs tomorrow morning. Like I lead my team in a podcast club. So we pick a different podcast every week. It could be about marriage or child rearing, or it could be about business or social media. We'll listen and then we'll just get online to talk about a podcast. So it's a very cohesive community of people who really want the best for each other, and not just in business. You can see here, like, gather for weddings and special occasions, because you really do develop these friendships with people outside of just being with coworkers. This is an example of how we operate within our team to make it inclusive and to really recognize everyone. So Success Club is an award you can earn monthly in the business. So we obviously recognize business incentives for people who want to grow that way, but we also welcome new coaches and we celebrate like lives changed. So for coaches like Hannah, Jamie, Becky, who helped someone get started with a fitness program and led them in a challenge group, we want to recognize those people too, because if you help your sister and your cousin lose the 20 pounds of baby weight they've been complaining about for years, that's coaching, that's doing something. And you don't have to be an expert, you just have to say like, hey Eve, hey Elizabeth, I am doing this 21-day program right now. I've lost 9 pounds in 9 days. It's crazy. I think we should do it together. And you kind of like do it as a buddy system. I always tell my team that coaching is like inviting someone to a class at the gym. If you invite someone to go to Zumba or Pure Barre or, Soul Cycle, any class at the gym, you invite your friends because you love it. They show up, take the class with you. You're not expected to lead the class because there's a trainer leading the class. There's a cyclist leading Soul Cycle or a Pure Barre instructor, right? Same thing with Beachbody. The difference is the trainer is in Beachbody On Demand on our screens, and you're just inviting them to come to the virtual class with you. So you do not have to be the expert because we already have expert trainers who've designed all of the programs for us. We do collaborate all the time. One of my favorite times of the week is Wednesday morning. We have a leadership Zoom with diamonds within our team. We talk about how to grow, how to, business strategy, program launches like 9-week Control Freak, but we also talk about life. And this is where really just the community building of being a part of something so much bigger than yourself comes into play. I remember when my kids were little and I would drink like a whole pot of coffee in a day. And the thing I looked forward to most, this is so sad, was when Ellen DeGeneres came on. Like Ellen DeGeneres was the burst of positivity in my day at 4 p.m. And I haven't watched Ellen in years because I just feel like I'm constantly surrounded with such a positive community already. So definitely that is a huge perk. to get savings on great products that deliver real results. So one of our products is Shakeology. And when I was working out at this gym in Michigan, they sold Shakeology they had a smoothie bar and you could get a shake. And for like 2 years, I passed that smoothie bar. It's like, heck no, I'm not drinking that stuff. I thought it was a gimmick. Didn't want anything to do with it. I just wanted to work out. And then I signed up for a class that it was a little 2-week boot camp that included a shake after your workout at the gym that you took home. And they would have the shakes already made for you. And I figured, okay, I already paid for it in the cost of the boot camp, so whatever. So I would take my shake every day home. I felt so much better and lost like 4 pounds that had been stuck. And I knew it was Shakeology. So I decided after that 2 weeks that I was going to get my own bag. I drank it for 6 months, still loved it, having no idea that I could have been saving 25% the whole time. So initially as a coach, I just liked the community. I liked Shakeology. And then I found out it was 25% cheaper for me if I did the coach route versus customer. I really didn't have any intention of doing the business side. But that 25% was saving me $30 a month on something I was drinking every day anyway. So it was kind of a no-brainer. And then from there, kind of the business aspect pieces fell into place. And I found out this is totally doable and I love it. I want to run with it. So the fourth reason, for travel, adventure, and growth. Earn world-class vacations, attend huge fitness conventions, and learn from top speakers and authors. I am the worst stay-at-home mom. I always say this because I hate being home. My personality is just antsy. I like to be on the go. I like to experience life. And I have traveled more with Team Beachbody than I could have ever dreamed. We've gone everywhere. Las Vegas several times, New Orleans, Punta Cana, Mexico, on a cruise. One of the things that's really fun is that you get to earn these paid vacations, and I've earned one every single year that I've been coaching. And it wasn't something that I had initially thought I would be able to do. I just saw the opportunity and was like, oh, I can maybe earn this vacation. I'm going to try. And then I did it the first year, and I did again and again and again. So Beachbody has paid for me and my husband to go on all-inclusive trips to luxury resorts for 5 years in a row. And then this last time, pre-COVID, because this past COVID trip got canceled, the year before COVID, we got to take our kids for the first time. So these are my boys when Beachbody like rented out the entire Harmony of the Seas cruise ship, which at the time was the largest cruise liner in the world. It might still be. And it was really fun to bring them and show them, hey, like, this is what mom's work like is able to help us do, experience extra things. So if you have this piece of you that really enjoys seeing the world and likes travel and adventure, this is definitely for you. I would not have been nearly as many places or experienced life the way that we've been able to without coaching. We talked a little bit about extra income from home. You do choose your hours, your pay, your coworkers. One of the things that I was thinking about this week a lot is Beachbody has been a huge blessing because it allows you to engage with it at whatever speed you want to run. So there have been seasons of my life where I'm like a hard runner. I have huge goals and I'm just going for it. And then there have been seasons where, last year when I just had a baby, or this year when we have been homeschooling, where I've had to let off the gas a little bit. And I love that I own my business, so I own my time, and I know that what I put into it, I'll get out of it, and it's up to me. So even this year and last year with kind of, not running as hard as I had in years past, I've still made more income than I did teaching PE, and I'm only working my business maybe 10 to 12 hours a week. So very part-time, but I built up such solid consistency that my income is full-time. It's more than I was making teaching PE as a full-time PE teacher. I have been able to pay off debt. I have no student loans because of this. We paid off my last SUV like 4 years early. We've been able to take trips. We've been able to, like today, it was really fun to just Christmas shop with 1 week's paycheck and know that that was going to be fine. Because I remember when my older kids were little, not knowing how I was going to buy Christmas gifts for anyone and feeling the guilt of, okay, I know so-and-so is going to get us something and I'm not going to be able to reciprocate, which is silly, but I think everybody feels that on some level. You want to be able to bless people around the holidays, and that's really what this business has allowed me to do. Okay, what do coaches do? The simplest way to explain coaching is we are our own best customers, meaning we walk the walk. We commit to our own fitness and nutrition and personal growth programs. We use Beachbody's products that we love. Right now, Christian, who lost 57 pounds, I told you, her and I are doing this program called the Ultimate Reset. We both had amazing results just in the first 10 days. We both love it. I can't stop talking about it because it's just made me feel so good and helped me get out of the funk of 2020. So what I've been doing every day is kind of on my Instagram story, Facebook a little bit, just been talking about the meals I'm making, what the reset is, and how it's helping me. I'm walking the walk. I'm personally getting results. When I did 80-day obsession, you saw those transformation photos. I was talking about my workouts. I was showing how I was getting my workout done while my kids crawled around me. And when people see someone who's serious about their own health and fitness, it becomes attractive. I know we have some pregnant people on the line tonight, and I will tell you that when I was pregnant with my third son, it was some of the biggest momentum forward in my business because I was still showing up. It was a much more limited capacity in my workouts, but I was still doing them, and people were inspired by a mom who didn't, give up just because she was in her second trimester. So if you can be someone who really wants to take your own health journey seriously, then people will be attracted to that because they'll see what you're doing and they'll be like, oh, okay, she's for real. She's not going anywhere. I trust her with helping me get my own results. We use products and programs Beachbody creates. I said that. Shakeology, I talked a little bit about. It's like, I sometimes run into people who say, I just want the workouts. I really don't want to get the shakes. And that's always fine at first if that's what they want. But in my head, I'm like, Shakeology is the equivalent of if you went and you found a diverse organic garden full of like over 70 things from around the world, superfoods, probiotics, exotic, nutrient-rich foods. And you would have to sit down and just munch these organic raw veggies all day long to get the equivalent of what's inside Shakeology. For most of us, we're not doing that. We're not even hitting, our vegetable target. So the fact that I can get a quick meal on the go as a busy mom is everything. Energize, I love that so much. It's a pre-workout. It's natural. I drank it actually while I was pregnant and nursing. If you don't have caffeine when you're pregnant, that's great because that's what the doctors say. But they also say it's okay to have 1 serving of caffeine, which I did. And I would just have Energize or a half scoop instead of coffee. It's about the same caffeine equivalent as a cup of coffee. So I felt totally safe with it because all of the ingredients are natural. Beachbody On Demand houses all of our fitness programs. It's so easy to just pull something up and have it right there. Lately, our team has been doing live workouts where we all come on a Zoom like this and we pick our own program. Like we just play our own program, whichever we're doing, but we can see each other working out and it's really motivating and you feel accountable because other people are getting it done. Monday we did it and I saw my friends Christian and Jess getting their reps and I was like, okay, Ashley, don't slack off. People are watching you. So that was it's a really fun added option that you can have with coaching. So we do share our journeys. I talked about that and we invite others. So we talk about and post about living healthy lifestyle. We share tips, progress, we share our experience and how we help others. We invite people to join us. It's not arm twisting, it's helping and inspiring and it feels good. One of the things I've been doing right now on the reset is I have talked a lot about it on my stories. And then I give people an option to vote on a poll. Like, do you want more information about this? They can choose yes or no, or they can keep scrolling. Or I will create an info group. Like the other day, I posted my results, how I was already down 7 pounds in a week. And I gave people the option to click a link and join an info group to learn more. So really, I'm not twisting anybody's arm. I'm just enthusiastically sharing what I love and then giving people the option to engage. That's all coaches do. You don't want to be someone like stalking people in their direct messages. You just want to be someone who's happily showing up, sharing the journey, and leaving the door open for others to come and join them. We do get paid when we support customers in their fitness journey. I love that we have food plans, workout plans, and the Beachbody On Demand app. I have tried everything probably in my lifetime as far as health and wellness gimmicks. I remember doing a cabbage soup diet, Slim Fast, keto, intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting I'm actually still a fan of for certain periods of life, but that's a different conversation. But I've done it all, and what works best is Beachbody because it's a lifestyle thing. And when I work with the client, I love that I'm not just giving them like, here, follow this meal plan. I'm giving them a meal plan. I'm giving them nutrition. I'm giving them workouts. I'm giving them a calendar that says what workout to do on what day. I'm giving them the support of me as a coach, and I'm giving them the accountability of a challenge group where they can plug in. The Beachbody On Demand app is cool because your customers can log their workouts, they can log their nutrition, they can log their measurements, so you can really see, like I can see if Brandy was a customer of mine, I could see, oh my gosh, Brandy's missed 5 days of working out. I should text Brandy and say, hey girl, like, are you okay? How's life? I know you had a big goal to lose 15 pounds before your sister's wedding. Haven't seen you showing up. How is everything? You don't get that with other programs. You don't even get that at the gym. My husband pays $80 a month to work out at his gym, and I promise you, they do not care if he shows up or not. And if he's missing for a week, they don't bother to ask where he's gone. He's totally on his own. And so as coaches, we just make sure that our clients are supported instead of being totally on their own. We do have a very fair and generous compensation plan. We earn income, we earn money. You get 25% commission on anything you sell. The reason I love that is because I have heard of other companies where people have to earn their way to commission. Like you have to have a certain amount of sales or a certain rank to earn your full commission. With Beachbody, whether you've been a coach for a day or 10 years, everybody gets 25% commission from the jump, which is pretty generous because I've studied network marketing. I've studied a lot of other companies, and I think some of them max out at like 18%. So you get 25% commission on everything. And then there are ways to earn bonuses like any other corporate job. When I was working for a doctor's office, we had different bonuses that we could earn as well. Beachbody has that. They're pretty big. But the main way, like for a new coach getting started, it would be commission. So for example, Beachbody On Demand, if someone bought a year pass from you as a coach, it's $99, but actually on Beachbody On Demand, they give you 40% commission. So you would make $40 from someone just signing up for a year of workouts. So that's kind of like a simple way to break it down. The sky is the limit really on how much you can earn. You can earn, you know, if you get started with a challenge pack, Shakeology and the workouts for a year, you're going to spend about $150. If you just want to say, hey, I want to earn back what I spent, like I said, you get 3 friends to get Beachbody On Demand for a year, and you at least earn back what you spent. But beyond that, you decide how much you want to earn, and it's based on how many people you help, but also how you show up, really. Compensation within Team Beachbody is how you consistently show up. It's kind of like if you were to open a coffee shop and then you never had your business hours posted. You just randomly expected people to like figure out when you'd be there. Sometimes you were open Mondays, then sometimes you were randomly closed. It wouldn't go well. So coaching is kind of the same way. You don't have to show up for an 8-hour day, but if you can consistently show up for an hour each day, you're going to start seeing some real income. When I started coaching, I was still in school full time. I had my 2 kids who were tiny, tiny babies. I didn't have a lot of time, but I showed up consistently with an hour every day. And from there, that built and built and built. And we've earned, well over $250,000, which is kind of crazy, considering I've really loved every second of doing this. This is just a snapshot of a coach success story. This is Erin. She's a Michigan mom of 3. She's a coach and a teacher. She's lost 50 pounds in 6 sizes. And in 18 months, she's learned just over $11,000. So it's been extra money for her savings accounts, kids' parties, paying for her own fitness. Like when 9-Week Control Freak comes out, we all want it, right? So paying for 9-Week Control Freak and getting a guilt-free massage once a month. I think moms can relate to feeling guilty when they spend on themselves. So it's really nice to have that extra income, even if it's just for a pedicure or Starbucks. This is another example of someone who's gone a little bit bigger. This is Lauren. She's from Wisconsin. She was also a teacher and a yoga instructor. So in March of 2017, she made $143 in her first month as a coach. October 2020, in a month, she made over $6,000. That is pretty insane. And she is someone who I would call a hard charger. Like she decided to just sprint with the business because she knew what she wanted to do, and she ran hard and fast. But you see here 2 very different examples. One more of, a part-time coach, more focused on being mom, teacher, and basketball coach, and another who's more of like, yes, I'm all in. This is going to be my full-time business, and it's paying her like a full-time business. So Beachbody is a global fitness and nutrition leader in fitness and nutrition brands. I think you guys have probably heard of P90X, 21 Day Fix, Shakeology. It was founded in 1997 as just an infomercial company. This is something that is not on the slide, but I love sharing it about Beachbody. This coaching opportunity actually was never in the vision or the plan of Carl Daikeler, who is our CEO, and his co-founder, John Congdon. They had zero intention of a coach network or offering the opportunity for people to build a business. They sold P90X and Slim and Six and fitness programs on infomercials. And then what happened is people who were buying those infomercial programs were creating their own little communities, whether they were on online blogs or, MySpace back in the day, early Facebook groups. They were essentially coaching before it was ever termed that. So when Carl and John saw this, they realized there was an opportunity to actually reward people financially who were getting results and, bringing people in and referring Beachbody. And so they created the Coach Network. That's why, that's how our company is a lot different than, other things, Rodan and Fields, LuLaRoe, things that were created to be multi-level marketing. Beachbody wasn't ever created to be that initially. They saw that people were already doing it and wanted to reward those people. And so the coaching opportunity came second. And I love that about the company. It is really easy to join. There are no contracts. Like if you signed up today and tomorrow you're like, what the heck did I just do? I want out. You can cancel. Nothing would happen to you. No one would come to your house. It is very low overhead. You don't have to stock products. Beachbody handles all shipping, invoices, payments, orders, customer service. They handle it all. So the cost on average is $160 to join, and it includes all of your own products. So when we say $160, that's for a challenge pack. That means you're getting a year of workouts, and you're getting Shakeology or Energize and post-workout protein from the Performance line. You can also join for just $39. You can sign up to be a coach for $39. You wouldn't get any products. You wouldn't get the fitness part of it, but technically you could sign up for just 40 bucks. It's free for military to sign up. So if you're a military member, it's actually totally free for you to coach. But we recommend the $160 package because if you want to be a product of the product, you have to be using the stuff that you want people to buy from you. Okay, ongoing costs. The only ongoing cost is $16 a month. So coaches pay $15.95. We round up to 16 for a coach business service fee. That gives you 4 websites, has a whole email system. I can look and see when my customers have ordered. I can track their shipments. Again, the company handles all the shipping, the payments. So that fee is like a business owner's dream. We talked a little bit about a coffee shop before. If I opened a coffee shop, the overhead I'd spend on just QuickBooks, stuff to track my taxes, stuff to pay employees, the credit card processing system, and the fee that the credit card company takes for using their processing system, we would be talking hundreds of dollars a month as an entrepreneur owning a coffee shop. So the fact that I can be an entrepreneur and my only fee is $16 a month is like mind-blowing. There are no monthly minimums. You don't have to sell a certain amount. You don't have to purchase a certain amount. Beachbody has no monthly requirements, which is also something that makes it a really unique and wonderful company to work with. It says down here, recommended $100 a month for your own product. And that's just because we talked about as a coach, if you're being a product of the product, you really do want to be using Shakeology or using the performance line. In my house, we use all of it. We have something called beach bars that I can't keep in the house because my kids eat them so fast. So you're probably going to end up spending around $100 a month on your own product if you're drinking Shakeology. But again, you don't have to. There's not an obligation there. Okay. So common objections. I'm too busy. I was busy when I started. I'm still busy. I homeschool and have 3 kids. I work this in pockets of time. So I wake up a little bit earlier, or instead of staying up watching a series on Netflix, I work on Beachbody. It's funny because people always say they don't have time to coach, and they're the same people who are asking for Netflix recommendations because they've finished another season of something. So if you have time to finish a season of anything, you have time to coach. I'm not fit enough. Christian just lost 57 pounds. I think that for people are inspired by journeys. They're not inspired by flat abs. So for coaches, if you are on your own journey, if you're still trying to lose the baby weight, or if you're still trying to, get slimmer, get stronger, you're not totally confident with where you are now, but you're confident in where you're going, that is much more relatable and much more inspiring to someone than just seeing another Instagram model's flat 6-pack, right? Like I have 3 kids. When I see someone who's 20, never had a child, have their 8-pack on Instagram, I can't relate to it. It doesn't really inspire me to work out. But if I see someone who, just had their second baby and they found a program that's really helping them finally lose the weight that they couldn't lose nursing, like everybody promised they would, I'm inspired by that. I'm like, what is she doing? That sounds like me. Everyone said that the weight would fall off, but I nursed this child for 9 months and didn't lose a pound, that type of thing. So I'm already in fitness. Why this? This is a no-brainer for people who are fit pros. If you're a Group X instructor, if you do something in the fitness industry, and I mean, if 2020 didn't highlight that, I don't know what would. Gyms shut down. People could only be home working out online. Beachbody had one of the biggest years ever in new customers. And this is really the way the world is going. Like the way that the world is going in general and a lot of things is digital. The home workout space is huge. And so if you are a fit pro or a trainer, and right now you're only locked into being able to help the people who live in your area code or zip code and can physically show up to work out with you, you're missing out on so much money, because I work out with and help clients all over the country. So as a fit pro, you would want to do this to get outside of your brick and mortar and break out of your zip code and be able to expand what you're doing. And then also have that to insulate you, from something like 2020 when suddenly gyms shut down. It's too expensive. Like, I don't know how people can think this is expensive. So the reason is, like I said, my husband pays $80 a month for his gym. I pay $100 a month for a whole year of workouts. I choose to get additional products. Other than that, the only fee that I would have to pay, again, I'm a military spouse, so I don't have to pay it, is the $16. To be an entrepreneur who can earn over $250,000 and the only cost that I'm locked into paying is $16 a month is crazy to me. So you guys can all start a business today for $160, and that's the product that you yourself are going to use. Shakeology is a meal, and then you're going to have your workout. So it's not expensive, especially when you compare it to the income you can make. The team you join matters. 5 more minutes, Ryder, okay? Our team is really unique in the fact that we set the bar really high for coach training. That's a cool airplane. We, when I started coaching 6-7 years ago, we had piloted something called Rock the Business, and that was a new coach training program. So when you become a coach, you get to have access to free training. Everybody teaches you how to use social media, how to talk about what you're doing, how to invite people. We don't just like throw you to the wolves. But what's cool is our 15-star Trina Gray had piloted this Rock the Business program, and it went so well with helping new Christians emerge confidently and grow successful businesses that corporate took notice and asked her for her training. So when I say the team you join matters, like this team is really a top-notch 9-time elite team. That means best of the best. We collaborate, we communicate, we run alongside you, we make sure that you're taken care of, and we really are a family. And unfortunately, you know, there are other teams out there that don't operate in that way. And the inclusivity and just the intention to make sure that everyone achieves the best results they can on Team Rockstar Fit is second to none. So I don't know if you guys have any questions. You can unmute or ask them in the chat. I would tell you that your next step would be to reach out to the person that invited you here. I'm sure that coach has a great challenge going. Like right now I have a group going called Hey Alexa, Wrap Up 2020, the December challenge. So if you invested and got the challenge pack, you would be able to plug right into your coach's challenge, and she would help you really launch yourself into 2021. Wait, let me shut the door real quick. I think there's not a better time in business than right now to start this, because after the year that 2020 has been, leading into a new year, January, people are going to be ready to do something. And so if you can now start just setting the stage of plugging in with your coach, plugging into her challenge group, kind of sharing more about your journey, and then letting people know they can join you, this is the best time to really launch a business. And you will also get free training to learn everything that you need. Okay, I'm going to check the chat for questions. Elizabeth said she's been coaching since August. Oh yeah, Brandy, we're so glad you came. Okay, does anyone have a question that you'd like to unmute for or tap? No? Okay, cool. Yeah, my kids are waiting for me to take them to the lights. And what I will say is I appreciate your time. Definitely reach out to your upline if you have any questions. This business has totally changed, you know, my life from the inside out and what we're able to do and provide for our family. So I'll be doing this another 7 years and beyond. And I hope to see you in our team page with me. All right, everyone, have a great night.